welcome to Champlin Park High School as CCX Sports presents Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Soccer. It's the Park Center Pirates visiting the Champlin Park Rebels. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Ligary, and the teams have just kind of gotten things started. Champlin Park losing its opener to Hopkins. They put 3 goals on the board, but ended up giving up 5. And then for Park Center, they're unbeaten, but they don't have a win either. They've gone 0-2, a couple of ties in their first couple of games. Jason Barnhouse, their coach, said haven't played as well as we would like to see at this point. They're hoping to change that out here tonight. Absolutely. Slow start for both schools. Park Center especially, after coming off of last year's really good season. You kind of expect them to come out firing, but they have a pretty big changeover of personnel. It's a young team. They're just learning how to play together, even though they have travel and summer league plays before. Getting a team together is not that easy when you're all new. Yeah, Park Center, the defending Northwest Suburban Conference champion. They only lost once during the regular season, but that's one thing both of these teams had in common last year. It was a huge round of upsets in that Section 5 AA tournament. They were both top 3 seeds in the tournament. They both lost in the first round, so that's something that they both had in common. Absolutely, and it's a shock. It was a shock for us looking in to see what's going on, but yeah, they're going to have to rebound off that and pretty much start from scratch. Now they're winless so far in this season, but it's still young in this season. They have an opportunity to see what they can do, how to gel, how to talk to each other, how to communicate. They're still learning the basics of really passing and moving the ball around, much less going for the counter and the transition. So they got a lot of work to do, but you got to start somewhere, and this is a tough conference. You cannot afford to be laxing at all. Champlin Park, a 9-win season a year ago, and also a very strong year, but even more so than Park Center, they're starting over a little bit. Asked Coach Scott Dossett, how many you have back that played quite a bit last year. He said just a couple. They're brand new, they're young, not many seniors on their team. Young doesn't always mean not talented, though, and that's what they're hoping, just to kind of pick things out and get guys in the right position. And they're even auditioning some guys that are going to play some JV minutes and then also see some time in the second half here. Absolutely. Sometimes it's even better to get a young team, because then you can mold the team the way you want it, rather than trying to figure out, well, what did I do in the past? What do they like? What don't they like? What you do is you kind of embed your grain on what you want them to play and see how they work out together. So that's an advantage. The disadvantage is that you may not have the communications that you normally have for an experienced team. So they're in the same boat as Park Center. We have to learn it, but we have to learn fast. Still very early in the season here as we're nearing the end of August. However, when you talk about conference placing and section placing seedings, you have to figure these are still important games even this early. You don't want to give one away, so that's why it's still an important one. Add to that the fact that these teams are both very close by rivals. I'm sure a lot of the kids know each other, and it makes it kind of a special one. Absolutely. Yeah, they do know each other, and every year we see the rivalry. And as you said, the really big factor is you gotta get wins. You gotta score some winners in this conference, or you're not going to get very far into the sections. All right, it's the Pirates and the Rebels coming up next. The girls' game will come later on CCX Sports. Stay with us.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Welcome back here to Champlin Park. Just about perfect conditions for this one as we get the Pirates and Rebels started here as they meet up early in this 2017 season. And both teams, we said, looking for that first victory of the year, although it's a little early to be too down about that when you've had just one game for one of the teams and just 2 for the other. And, played pretty quality opponents. I think, yes, wins and loss matter this early, but I think it's more so about how are we playing that both these teams are focusing on. And Jason Barnhouse, Park Center coach, admitted that he didn't feel like they'd played especially well in these first 2 games, or not as well as they're capable of. And for Champlin Park in the one game, he said, offensively, pretty solid, although we left some good chances out on the field. We scored 3, and normally you win with 3, but
yes,
didn't happen that way for the Rebels.
Yeah, a little tough when you score 3, and that's good. When, unfortunately, you give up 5. Waiting for the officials to get set. Center referee for this match is Dimitri Sankia. AR1 is Ty Biasco, and on the far side, Deb Heastan. Deb is no stranger to our coverage. She's been on many games, and we're off.
Rebels in white, Pirates in green as Champlin Park controlling it in the early going here. Caleb Hannes dropping the pass back. Noah Azira Mubara had it briefly there and lost it. Rebels recover here as Ahmed Awel pushes it up the right side.
He's got 2 with him.
Cross made there, knocked down by Caleb Love with the header for Park Center. And strong step up there by Drew Collins, number 5, one of the captains for Champlin Park. And will it lead to an opportunity? Fadel Cabor, another captain there, had it, lost it, and they'll regroup here. Chipped to the front and onside there. Now a pass comes over. Here's the shot, and a great diving save. Hassan Kamara is tested in the first minute. Park Center got a little sleepy back there defensively, and a nice little pass from Hannes over, and oh, what a save. That could have and should have been 1-0 maybe there, but Kamara gets the job done.
He's asking his defense what happened. He was quite vulnerable on that attack. And to top it off, now we have a corner.
Azira Mubara will take this corner here for Champlin Park and ends up right in the hands of the keeper, Kamara. So he had to be ready early, and he was. This one could very easily be 1-0 Rebels now, but it stays at 0-0. Here's Park Center getting their first time with possession in the offensive end. It's going to be a corner kick here as Mufang Lo is forced to play it out, and the Pirates will get an opportunity on their first corner. 3 starters back for Park Center and 8 guys who played some for their conference championship team. And corner will be taken by Francis Nikpo as Park Center already making 3 quick changes.
That's interesting. This early into the match, making a 3-person swap. We told the coach he wants to do that. He wants to bring people in and out and see how they mesh up together.
Left-footed corner here, and a long way out to go get it is Cole Marshall, who's in goal for Champlin Park and has to bang it out off a Park Center player there as got near the edge of that box. So it'll be a throw for the Rebels. Marshall made the best out of a not perfect situation there and at least keeps possession for his team. Pirates almost forced a turnover there. Step up there by Connor Landkammer for Park Center, getting it onto the foot of Austin Peters. Had it briefly and lost it. Rebels pushing forward here. Ball left over for Cullen McSweeney, and he'll swing it left side here over to Fadi Sasso.
Well, really like the Rebels passing and ball control.
Should point out too, obviously this game on a grass field. Park Center's home field is turf, and they, before the season, were telling me a little bit that, you know, to be honest, they're pretty used to turf now and not real wild about playing on the grass field. It's a mixture in the Northwest Suburban of teams with some of grass, some with the artificial turf. Obviously the ball rolls much faster on turf for the most part, bounces a little higher, but the one good thing is it's very early in the season. This field oftentimes gets chewed up. Right now it's looking very nice. It's
in very good shape, and the advantage of the grass is you can get underneath the ball much better and actually get a little bit more control because you have your foot in the right place. Whoa, nice tackle.
Good strong takeaway there by Peters for Park Center, and then taken right back, but not cleanly so apparently as Cabor came back. Watch us play defensively here. Nice clean takeaway. And then not as clean on the
there's a
retry there.
A little shove. Guess he got excited with that clean takeaway.
Caleb Love puts his foot to it here for Park Center. First touch on it, though, by Lowe for Champlin Park, and here they come.
Nice transition.
Cade Lizotte carrying it up the right side here for the Rebels. Has a little bit of room, gets across away. And the pass to the weak side there is hammered out of there as Cabor might have had an opportunity himself, but he saw the corner of his eye, saw somebody on the left side to keep it moving, and getting back in to break it up was Ja. So a corner coming here for Champlin Park as Cabor makes his way out to take this corner kick here. Not much breeze to speak of, and obviously sun's still out full force here, this one being the 5 o'clock game. The girls will play at 7 here. And Kamara weaves his way through traffic to get to it. He's a pretty good size keeper, and that helps on a ball like that.
Yeah, the last 2 shots near goal, he was able to just reach up and not even jump.
Pirates come away with it here, push to the outside. Justin Nacklin, who is probably their best returning player, right there with Austin Peters as 2 of their best. Rebels quickly force a turnover here. Sasso's pass knocked away, but then a foul called against Park Center as Chief Williams got a little too aggressive.
Yep, just ran over the back.
There, you saw it. Tracked down here by Cabor. And now volleyed ahead. Kamara steps out and reads that one well and makes the catch there. So he will put ball into beyond midfield here.
He's got a good strong leg. Gets that ball about 60 yards downfield.
Push forward to the outside there by Sasso. It will be a throw, though, for Park Center as it was banged out off of him. Brendan Bieberg checking in here for Park Center. Really, for late August, the temperature is pretty nice. However, we've had so many cool and cloudy days lately that it feels kind of warm on the field. I think we're right upper 70s, maybe to 80. And I think, substitutions will come maybe a little quicker because of that, too. You're just not, your body not quite used to the, somewhat of heat that we had today.
Could be, because when we were doing the pregame, it felt awfully warm on that pitch.
Although that is another advantage maybe to grass field, is it's not nearly as warm as it could be on turf on a day like today. Back out it comes. Azira Mobara putting it in front. Knocked away there by Williams. Rebels, though, get it back. I think safe to say they've had the better of things so far. We haven't played a lot of soccer yet, but the one great chance came for Champlin Park, and they have definitely possessed it more in Park Center's end than the other way around.
Yeah, Park Center's had 2, not really breakaways, but 2 opportunities. But Champlin Park's been doing a great job of moving the ball, controlling it.
McSweeney putting it out front. A nice little drop pass there.
Oh, trying to penetrate against 3 defenders. That didn't work out well.
Nice step up by Lowe to break that one up, at least initially. Pirates, though, on the move here with Ja. Rebels, though, win the ball right back. Pass a little too far, and Isaiah Johnson knocked it ahead. Here's Williams controlling for Park Center. Hit him in the midsection, and now here come the Rebels. Cabor getting a step. Here's Cabor with the shot, and a nice stop by Kamara. The defenders got back enough to bother him, but Cabor really showed an ability there. He didn't seem to really be in front of him at first, but then he just kind of turned it on, split the defenders.
Yeah, the defenders never turned around and went backwards. So they're trying to catch up with them, and when you try to catch up, it's too late.
Misjudged his speed a little bit there. I think they were maybe fortunate that little bit of recovery late there to bother that shot.
Right.
I don't think it was a real tough save for Kamara, but still, kind of, you put that in the memory bank if you're the defenders. We got to keep an eye on number 7. He's going to burn us if we're not careful.
Yeah, he can he can move that ball a lot better than they thought.
Here's Kabor dropping it back now to Awel and gets it back for Kabor. Little spin move there, playing it to the outside. And this foul call goes against Champlin Park. Park Center, kind of see a little bit what Coach Barnhouse means about, you know, in the back, not quite as organized as they were a year ago. They had a lot of experience in their back line a year ago, some, you know, 3-year starter kind of guys, and kind of just, you know, finding that out, figuring things out a little bit position-wise right now.
Right, and that also incorporates the communications with the keeper, with his defenders, saying who's going to mark up, who's going to drop back. And here we go again.
Kabor this time with it out on the left side, but miss-hitting that one. Pirates looking to make some more substitutions here now as they'll return Francis Oyagade along with Abdul Kondo and Gabriel Naenka, who were the players who were in there early and then subbed out quickly. New jerseys this year for Park Center too. I like them.
I like those. I really like those colors. The numbers are bright, easy to see. The color combination is very nice. I like those.
And that legible numbers is the first thing we look for as broadcasters, because let's be honest, there's getting to be some jerseys that that isn't the case, where that's really a secondary thought is, can you see the number from, and not even just for us, but from the stands.
Right.
I mean, if they're hard to see, then you've failed in your uniform making, if you ask me.
I agree with you. There's one team we saw a few years ago that was red and white with the European numerals. Remember that one? Probably don't, but we could barely read the numbers.
And it's become a trend too to have, you know, on a white jersey, just have a white number with a little, you know, silver outline or something. Those are rough too. But anyway, both these teams very much to our liking in that regard. Marshall swings it out to the left side here, and Lowe gets the pass away and now takes the return from McSweeney. Lowe playing it up toward the line there, and then intercepted on the pass by Kondo, and the Pirates looking to quickly counter. Peters gets a step to the outside. Austin Peters pass a little behind its intended target, and Dominguez gets it out of there. Served right back in, however. Peters a little push, little grab, got away with it though, and then banged out off of him, and it will be a throw for Champlin Park. Lowe tossing it in, and then we get a bump from behind there as Naenka.
I didn't hear a whistle, but I think the AR called that one. And that's kind of a blatant walked up behind him with both hands and pushed him.
Yeah, he just gave a quick little tweet and kind of an obvious one, and they got it. Takeaway here by Collins.
Nice work. Ooh.
Things starting to get a little more physical. There was now here's the call. I think they realized it too. There was a little pushing right after that previous foul call. There were a couple of guys that, you know, not a big push, but they were pushing a little bit before, while the ball was dead.
Yeah.
And I think you can kind of see it, just a little contact and then a little more and then a little more.
You got to start calling those, and then the referee has the responsibility to have them settle down.
Love will take this free kick for Park Center. No score on the board. Champlin Park had a great chance about a minute in that Kamara was able to make the save on, and that's been pretty much it in terms of great opportunities. The Rebels had one more, you know, decent opportunity that Kamara stopped.
Yeah, that's the only quality shot of the match so far.
Park Center gives it away there. Hannes took it, and here come the Rebels, but not for long. They step up the other way to break it up. And that next pass didn't get there, though, and Hector Dominguez knocking it up the line. Pirates, though, quickly force a turnover again, and here they come. Collins got a foot on that through pass. Here's Naenka trying to get to it here for Park Center, but it is out of play. A throw for Champlin Park. Love playing it onto the foot of Oyagade for Park Center, but Dominguez met him. And now here come the Rebels with Lazat. Lazat will serve one out front. Pirates a little trouble with it and nearly gave it away. Sasso will come up with it.
That's a little disturbing because there were 3 Park Center defenders by themselves and they couldn't control the ball.
And they wanted to, you know, here's a turnaround shot and Kamara knocks that one down. They wanted to make sure they didn't play it out for a goal kick, but, or excuse me, a corner kick, but sometimes you have to be a little bit more sure of things. There's Kamara. Hard to tell if that ball was going to be wide or not, but he wasn't going to take any chances. We've got a little bit of an injury time there is Ahmed Awel. Took a soccer ball where you don't want to get hit, and that's he's going to make his way off.
He's going to get a little breather on the bench.
Cade Cantrell will come in. Rebels haven't subbed nearly as much as Park Center in the early going. Coach Dasa was telling us that they've got a few guys that, you know, as I mentioned in the pregame, that are going to play some on the JV tonight and then come over and get some minutes here. He said, you know, we're not sure how much we'll need them for varsity, so I don't want them to just sit all night. I'd rather have them get some playing time over there on the JV game too. Again, as we were saying earlier, both teams young and coaches recruiting players where they can, trying to get them incorporated into the scheme of things. Kamara will boot it away here for Park Center. Dominguez with the header. Now to the outside, Justin Nacklin trying to get some space. Drop the pass back, Williams. Collins trying to make a tackle there. Ball still alive. And then hammered out of play. It will be a throw here for Park Center. Justin Nacklin, number 9, a guy to keep an eye on for Park Center, but haven't really had much opportunity to see him do things tonight. He had 10 goals a year ago. Nacklin will take this throw for Park Center. It's a good, strong throw to the front, bounces around, and then a shot over the top. Brendan Bieber got his left foot to it and had a pretty good opportunity, but did not hit the net. Now again, this situation where the ball sits on that turf, at that time it was just actually up in the air when he kicked it. Boy, a lot of times I think he did the right thing by, you know, kind of laying back. The ball sometimes will bounce off the first player and you'll have an opportunity, and that's what happened. And that was one that Bieberg would like to have again, but obviously he had to react quickly and just try and take the shot when he could. So Park Center getting its first real opportunity of the match right there. A foul call there in the air against the Pirates. Lazat sending it up the right side. Hustling back to it there was Cantrell. Cantrell a little space to work with here, looking for Lazat up the line. Lazat getting a cross away, but intercepted there by Landkammer. Rebels get it right back though, and now here's a shot, and Kamara having to rise up and grab that one. And a little talk to his defense there again. Yeah, you don't want your defense to giving up the ball 12, 15 yards away from you as keeper. Peters coming back to meet it here for Park Center. Jabbed away from him. Nice job by Sasso. And now Peters will get it back. Peters on the move here for the Pirates. Drops it back. Chief Williams a shot, and Dominguez gets his right foot out. It'll be a corner coming up here for Park Center. In line by the Rebels. Corner kick coming up for the Pirates. Kevin Arthur was trying to come in, but center referee says no, we're going to do the corner kick first. Abdul Kondo will take this corner kick here for Park Center as we near the halfway point of this first half and no score on the board. Pirates really setting up way out high and then making runs toward the goal here.
Like
and Marshall gets to it first.
It's a mad scramble to get into position.
Nice ball ahead here now to Sasso for Champlin Park as he runs it down. Trying to get a step around the defender. Didn't quite happen, and let's see, this will be still playable.
Yeah, he gave up on the ball. Now AR1 is signaling that it was a out of bounds, should be a throw-in. You know, that's been the big change in soccer over the years. We used to have linesmen, now we have assistant referees, and they actually make the calls. So, Ty Biasco making the right call. He's got the perfect view right down that line. He saw the ball go over and made the right call.
Sasso will take this throw in for Champlin Park. They have had a solid first half here. Nothing to show for it on the board, but they have outplayed Park Center overall. And drop the pass back and a return over here to Lowe.
Oh, nice passing.
Yeah, they have done a much better job than Park Center on connecting on passes, and not all of them are just a short little pass. You know, they're playing the angles well.
Yeah, they're.
And ooh, knocked away. Kamara was trying to grab it, and his defender poked it out of there. That one could have been disaster for Park Center. You talked about communication needs to happen.
Tell people who they're on.
You can hear the coach yelling out, "Tell people who they're on." Defense was not paying attention and almost cost them.
Out of play, we will get a throw here for Park Center. Johnson triggers it in here for the Pirates. Now Nacklin dropping it over to Nyanka. Stepping through a couple there is Kondo. Comes back out now to Nyanka. And trying to spring a forward up on the other side, Bieberg there, but it bounces all the way to Marshall instead. McSweeney, a little room here for the Rebels, and they'll move it up that right side. Nice ball ahead there to Hannes.
Who tried to center it, but a little bit behind.
We will get a throw here for Champlin Park as Azira Mubera, the sophomore, quickly triggers it in there to Hannes. Nice move there. Hannes dropping the pass off, but picked off there. Solid job defensively there by Nyanka to take that one away for Park Center and send him back the other way. Williams looking for Nacklin. And that one knocked out of play by Champlin Park. We will get a throw here for Park Center. Three subs at a time again here for PC. Eddie Swen, number 18, along with Chief Williams, number 11, and 16, Faustino Ja.
Faustino Ja. And number 18, Eddie Swen.
So Nacklin will take this throw here. He had a pretty good one last time. Puts it near the near side post there, and Marshall this time got a little better opportunity to weave through traffic and get to it.
Yeah, maybe next time they want to try it a little bit further out so that the keeper doesn't just snag those away.
It is a weapon, though. When you have that good of a throw, it becomes almost like a corner kick.
Yep. We were talking at last week's game when we doing a game at Cooper. They had that one. Cooper had a player who could throw the ball to midfield from the sideline. It was a weapon.
And that was a girls' game too.
Yeah, that was a girl, and she was just incredible. But what an advantage that creates.
Cantrell sending one out front, but Kamara gets there first and makes the play. He's been a relatively busy man here in this first half and read this one correctly. Ball maybe played a little bit tighter into the goalie than you'd like there if you were Champlin Park. Kind of made it a semi-easy opportunity for him to get to it.
Yeah, he had the right angle.
Here's a ball played ahead for Peters. It's onside. Peters a shot, and Marshall robs him.
Oh my.
Still dangerous, though, as Marshall looking to get back into the net. It's deflected. Oh, was that a handball? It was awful close. The ball was redirected. Here's a great save on the first one. And I think we're going to have a penalty kick. As you get a look, watch this deflect. And the defender definitely got his hand up on that ball.
He put both hands up, and you could see it.
So we are going to have a PK here for Park Center.
That was 17 Dominguez, who was back there and kind of got caught in no man's land. The ball was up and towards his chest, so natural reaction is to put your hands out there.
Caleb Love will take this penalty kick for Park Center, trying to put the Pirates on the board. Here he comes, he drills it, and it's a goal, and Park Center is on the scoreboard first. So the hand save initially kept him off the board, but makes him pay, and the correct call ultimately made there. I think it was a good job by the officials to get together. The AR could see it a little bit better. And so Love will score.
So regardless of playing well and having good ball possession, the penalty kick puts the Rebels down 1-0. Still talking.
I think Scott Dossett asked the AR, for a further explanation. But boy, and seeing that again, honestly, I think they could have awarded that as a goal without even the BK there, the way it looked, because it was pretty. So I don't think Champlin Park. It's always good to ask, though, was it inadvertent or not? And you can see it definitely was not. Yeah. He used his hands on purpose there.
And he was right on the line, so it's a borderline if it was a goal or not. It's a moot point. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I don't. In seeing that replay, I don't think Champlin Park has, anything to argue about there.
No.
It just was a reaction kind of play, and definitely the right call. So the Rebels have played well, but now find themselves trailing on the scoreboard 1-0. And Park Center pushing it forward now.
Park Center with some momentum after that goal.
Return pass coming here, and then Ja gets it again. Trying to fight his way through traffic, and didn't get much on that one as he rolls it on the ground, and Marshall coming away with the stop. And he will roll it out to low as Champlin Park. I don't think they need to change much the way they've done in this first half. They're going to, they have to feel they're eventually going to get one. Arthur, a little bit behind his intended target there.
Boy, and he was going full speed. No, you're right. There's nothing Champlin Park has to change on their offense. Nice tackle.
Rebels get it right back, though, and here's a chance, and Kamara just gets a finger on it. Then the second try goes wide. Oh, the Rebels doing everything but scoring here in this first half. A great save, and then Sasso's second try was just wide. I thought this one was going to hit the far side here.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go inside the far post, but.
Oh, dynamite save there, and then this one, from the angle we have, I thought it was just going to tuck right in nicely inside the net. But instead, it's a near miss for the Rebels. But they continue to push forward, and here's Hannes playing it out wide to the right now, Cabor. I doubt they're going to stay at 0 the way they've generated chances. You give Kamara a lot of credit. And here's the pass drop back. Played to the front. Williams breaking that up. And the Rebels able to keep it. A nice job there hustling by McSweeney. And then knocked away from danger for the moment anyway. Now here come the Pirates. Knacklin.
3-on-2 if it stays.
Collins broke it up though, and Knacklin will have to throw it in here for Park Center.
Good thinking on Collins' part. When you're outnumbered and they're moving the ball fast and get the ball out of over the touchline, slow things down.
Yeah, he really was in the only spot he could be to squeeze that angle off, and he did a good job of, you know, getting there to make that a difficult pass. Be a throw here again for Park Center. The excitement has picked up here. You had, you know, not only the goal by Park Center after a near miss, you know, the penalty kick, and then a couple great opportunities for Champlin Park after that. Get a push call here against Park Center, and we will get a free kick here for the Rebels. Dominguez banging it along there for Champlin Park. Rebels going back on the attack here, and Cabor, they kind of forgot about him for a moment, but then his pass was knocked away. Flicked ahead by Bieberg. And Bieberg gets it back there from Dominguez. Nice hustle, playing it toward the front. Recovered briefly by Peters, but then McSweeney took it from him. Rebels quickly countering here. Cantrell sending it ahead. Cornelius Agharibor there for Champlin Park, number 14, and that one's going to roll wide of the mark. We will get a goal kick coming here for Park Center. Lazat and Awell coming back in here for Champlin Park. Pretty eventful first game here, and our first boys game of the season for us. Sig and Wally Langfellow had the Cooper Heritage girls game last week. You can watch for the Rebels and Pirates girls as well on CCX Sports. Most of our soccer are double headers, of course, girls, boys, but not all. Rebels getting it right back. And it will go out of play. We get a throw here for Park Center. Francis Nikpo will take this throw here for PC. They've been kind of back on their heels a little bit after scoring that goal. It kind of seemed like it fired Champlin Park up, and they've come with some more heat again.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball well, as they have in most of the first half, but Park Center seems to be getting their players in the right place at the right time. And sometimes it's a little scary because they're out of position. And like you said, I don't think they're communicating all that well with the keeper.
And nice try there by Cabor, trying to drag it around the defender, but it goes out of play. And now it goes out of play the other way. We get a throw for Champlin Park. Obviously, from down there, things are moving a lot faster, but sometimes you wonder, you know, there's an awful lot of field to work with. You don't have to keep it right along that line.
No, you don't. But you just have to take advantage of whatever position you can get. And if you can move the ball down by throw-in, then more power to you.
And that's what Champlin Park will do here, as it was headed out of play, and they'll get a throw-in in a pretty decent spot down there toward the corner.
And they've got their throw-in specialist down there.
Yeah, Azira Mubara.
Nice. Look at that. Nice target.
Puts it out front, and here comes Kamara charging out to get it, as nobody in a white jersey could quite get there.
You know, I'm not so sure I'd get in there with the keeper that big coming, running down at you.
Dominguez with the header, then Ackland got his head on it for Park Center. Ja coming back to get it. And then a takeaway here for Champlin Park.
Again, nice ball movement.
And we get a foul call going against Champlin Park, and Cabor pleading his case, and I can't say I disagree with him. It looked like the Park Center player kind of came and played the body and not the ball really a little bit there, but yeah, could have went either way.
Yeah, I think that time he may have got his foot in there, but.
So Kamara will come way out and take this free kick here for Park Center.
Gets it well downfield.
Ja will get to it first here for PC.
Still controlling, looking for a quality shot.
Here's Peters coming away with it, and he doesn't get much of that one with the left foot, and it'll roll in harmlessly to Marshall right there. A little bit more size overall, I think, for Champlin Park, and you're seeing that show up on occasion here. Some of the physical play, they've, come out with 50-50 balls a little bit more, it seems. Ja controlling briefly.
So we have a Falcon flying over the field.
To play, we will get a throw coming here as 4 subs coming in now for Park Center. Samuel Chakuma, one of them. He is, I believe, coming in for the first time, number 6, and then 3 others that have been in there for a while, on and off. Oyagade, Kondo, and Nyanka, who seem to be subbing in back and forth as a group, as a unit usually. Here's Nacklin, another long throw in, a collision out front. It bounces around a little bit, and it's going to be a goal kick here for Champlin Park. His body's banging around right there. Both teams wanting a call on the other, I think.
Yes. That's just being competitive.
So Dominguez sending it ahead, but Park Center gets to it first. However, the header goes wide of its intended target, so a throw here for Champlin Park. Nice interception there by Nyanka, and he kept the ball in play as well. Here comes Sekou Manoba. And jabbed away from him, solid play. Over to Cantrell here for Champlin Park. Coming back to meet it was Cabor. Bounces around off a couple of guys there. Almost hits the referee. Nice job to get out of the way. Nice step up there by Johnson for Park Center.
There's a change in what Park Center's doing now. They're marking up tighter on these Champlin Park passes.
Here's Cabor going to the net. Cabor bangs it off the outside of the net. Boy, he somehow kept possession all the way through there, and it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. So they rule that it was deflected by the keeper there, as he really ran out of space to get a great look at the net, but still got a, oh yeah, Kamara did get a little piece of that, so it is a corner kick, correctly so.
But a great run by Cabora to get down there.
Yeah, I think the Park Center probably not happy with the way they defended that one either. He got in closer than he should have in that situation, right. I think.
Yeah, he was being double and triple teamed, and he still got through him. Wow, deep.
Azira Mubara puts it way to the far side. Then the header knocked out of there by Oyagade. Rebels still coming though. Here's a chance. Kamara can't grab it. He's fighting for it on the ground, and eventually covers it and play stopped.
Yeah, we have a Pirate down on the field. Look at the scramble for the ball. Wow.
They're fighting hard for it there. Collins trying to keep it alive. And did we have a card come out? Or just a verbal warning there to Collins?
It's just the warning to Collins. Because he was in there kicking away, trying to get that ball loose, and Kamara was trying to hang on to it.
Booms that one a long ways. Collins volleying it ahead here for Champlin Park, but it's out off the thigh of Lazat. It will be a throw for Park Center. Park Center scoring the only goal of the half on a penalty kick. Champlin Park, I think, safe to say, has still had the better of things overall, but
yeah, you could say, I would say they would have had about 70 to 75% of the time that they've had possession.
Shot there that Marshall is able to scoop up with no trouble. Although, as the half has gone, Park Center has gotten, more offensive looks than they had early, at least.
Yes, they have.
And to be fair, I mean, yes, it was a penalty kick goal, but it was set up by, legitimate great chance. That was a handball right at the goal line. So
right.
I don't I don't really, view that as a goal that you kind of put as a fluke or an asterisk by it.
No, not at all. And, I mean, they had a good shot at the net, and they took it. Even though it wasn't scrambled for it at the time, but
knocked right back out of play. We will get another throw in here for Park Center.
And another throw in by Francis Depot.
Macklin will take this throw now, it looks like, for the Pirates.
Check that is number 9, Justin Eckler.
Putting it out front now. The Pirates trying to get to it. Nice job defensively to break it up before Chakuma could get a shot away, and Rebels on the counterattack. Nice touch to the outside, then a return. Here comes Cabor. Cabor has been a thorn on the Pirates' side in this first half for sure. Ran into a little bit too much traffic there.
Yeah, he's going up 1-on-3.
And Macklin able to win that ball cleanly, I guess, shoulder to shoulder there. And the Pirates might get a chance out of it. Here comes Chakuma. Shooting is blocked. Another opportunity is thwarted by Dominguez, who just got there to help out his defensive partner.
We see it again. See number 17 coming in to help out right here. Clears it. Dominguez has played an excellent first half. A little mishap for the penalty kick, but that, that's not something you're going to blame him for.
And we have a yellow card issued right here, and looks like it might be Collins.
Is that Collins? Yeah, he's coming off.
Yellow card violation issued. Rebels number 5, Captain Drew Collins.
So Collins was involved in scrambling with the goalkeeper before.
Apparently,
I think he was kind of on notice a little bit from that, and he was still a little bit riled up out there. Our truck telling us a little, there you saw a little collision, and then there's a jersey pull perhaps at some point, but it looked like the referee is signaling to, or demonstrating to coach that it was more about what he was saying, though. It looked like he was gesturing about his mouth.
Oh, there it is.
That was a jersey pull, but I don't think that was the yellow card. I think it was more for him talking back.
Yep.
Out front it comes, chance and a goal. Park Center will score its second of the night as Nyenka puts it away on the header. And the Pirates go up by 2 with just 2:01 to go in the half. Watch Macklin, he's had all these long, dangerous throw-ins, and it takes one big bounce, and getting there is Nyenka. So Macklin will get the assist, and Nyenka the goal.
Number 20, sophomore Gabriel Nyenka.
So a 2-0 lead here for Park Center. That kind of changes the complexion, assuming it stays that, into halftime. We were saying earlier that the Rebels, no need to panic and everything's still good and all that. And obviously still a lot of time to go, but down 2-0 is a little different than down 1-0.
Yeah, especially when your confidence is rattled.
First goal this year for Nyenka. Was actually the second goal for Love already this year. Pirates get it back again. That shot knocked down. Second try, gets to the goal. Marshall ranging out to make a save. So Marshall didn't have a lot of work early, but later in the half he's had to be involved a bit, and they've gotten a couple by him. One, of course, on the penalty kick, which is a kind of a no-win situation for the keeper, and you have to just guess right or hope they miss the net. And the Rebels looking to counter here.
But on that second goal, Park Center was just swarming that net.
Well, and you had to look earlier too at all those strong throw-ins from Macklin and think, that eventually you can't say for sure you're going to get a goal, but you're going to get a good chance probably if he's able to keep putting them where he wants to like that, and that's what happened there.
Yep, that's the whole idea. And somebody with a good free throw skill is almost as effective as a corner kick. you know, gives your team the opportunity to get into a good scoring position, and that's what they did.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Battle for it in the air here. Dominguez with the header toward the sideline. And we're going to tick down to halftime here of the boys contest. Champlin Park played very well, had a couple of great chances stopped, and Park Center meanwhile comes up with a couple of goals. Love and Nyanka scoring for the Pirates, so our halftime score is Park Center 2, Champlin Park nothing. We'll have first half highlights and then our second half for you here on CCX Sports.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back here to Champlin Park High School along with Sig Ligry. I'm Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports presenting boys soccer. Our first telecast of the fall of 2017 for the boys. Park Center leading Champlin Park 2-0, although kind of a strange first half in that Champlin Park really had the better of play for much of the half. They got a great chance just a minute in. Hassan Kamara coming up with a huge save there for Park Center, and he has to make another one here. Not quite as tough, but Kabor splitting the D and getting a shot away in close. He was a pretty busy man. Ackland, strong throw-ins for the Pirates. Eventually, one of them paid off. It didn't quite here as Bieberg's shot went over the top of the net. And that was probably their first decent opportunity to score. And the Rebels, meanwhile, had them spread out pretty much through the half. Cantrell putting a high one there that Kamara stopped. And a nice little tap ahead. Ball comes loose, and a little miscommunication or lack of communication nearly cost Park Center there. Here's one, a great stop by Marshall on Peters. He stays with it, gets up and watches a handball right at the goal line. Ultimately leads to a penalty kick call, and Caleb Love made it count as he put the Pirates on the board in the 24th minute there to make it 1-0. Rebels still coming back with opportunities there. Two great chances in a row. Kamara the save on the first one, second one went wide. And then Ackland a long throw, and it will bounce on the turf and bang, the header in by Gabriel Nyanka. That came with just over 2 minutes to go, which really hurt Champlin Park.
It certainly did. Looking at the stats, Pirates had 10 shots, most of those in the last 15-20 minutes. Rebels had 11 shots, 4 on goal for the Pirates, 5 for the Rebels. 5 goals on the Pirates, 4 on the Rebels. Corner kicks, 2 for the Pirates and 3 for the Rebels.
So we'll see if Champlin Park can regroup and keep on coming here. And played a pretty solid first half, but the scoreboard not really showing it. Park Center trying to build on a 2-0 lead. We will come back with half number 2 here from Champlin Park High School on CCX.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Teams change ends as we get set for half number 2. I think the beginning part of this half is going to be interesting, Sig, to see if if Champlin Park is fired up to come back and erase that deficit, or if they're hanging their heads a little bit. They seem to be walking out there kind of slow, and Park Center, I mean, it only stands to reason. You get 2 goals the second part of the half, you're pretty fired up right now, even though they definitely made some mistakes along the way, and their keeper is part of the reason why they're ahead. But still, you're excited with that lead. Well, and Coach Dossett, too, talked about, and coaches like to say this, but it's really true in this conference, there just is not a lot separating all the teams, the top team from the bottom. I mean, most nights, night in, night out, you're going to get a 1-goal game or a tie game or maybe 2-goal. You know, it's
going to be tight.
There just isn't a huge separation throughout the teams, and that's, you know, proven to be the case tonight. Even though it is 2-0, like we said, Champlin Park played quite well.
Yeah, they played very well. They've been controlling the passing lanes, making good, sharp passes.
And it's going to be an immediate corner kick for Park Center to begin half 2 as they tried to spring Macklin up that left side. And Rebels kind of had to get back and play defensively.
So
going to be a throw-in, not a corner here for Park Center, but Macklin, his throws are very potent.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. A good throw-in is as good as a corner kick.
Nice job to get a header on that one, the Rebels, but back the other way briefly there headed was Landkammer. And the Pirates trying to head toward goal here, but now they'll have to regroup. Nice step in and steal by McSweeney and pushes it ahead. Here comes Fidel Cabor. Cabor, who had some good chances in that first half, did a lot of good things, just didn't quite finish any of them. And now here we come the other way. Park Center, they give it to Macklin in the middle. The return pass, though, Collins stayed right with him and broke it up. Nice move by Williams. Williams putting it out front. It's going to roll all the way through. I think he was looking for Peters, and they just didn't quite connect, and Marshall comes out and grabs it. And Marshall's kick, though, goes out of play. We will get a throw here for Park Center. Park Center will be on the road again on Thursday night as they play over at Coon Rapids. And meanwhile, for Champlin Park, they've got another home game coming up Thursday as they host Maple Grove. And then we get a push call against the Pirates there. The Peters wearing that captain's armband for Park Center. As you see, they kind of sandwiched him right there. Macklin and Peters coming together. Now sent ahead toward Macklin.
He's by himself.
Macklin able to get a pass away, although it was deflected. Nice move by Peters. Peters keeping possession out to the left, now crosses it and broken up. Park Center is coming out looking stronger in the second half, even though, as we said, they scored a couple goals late, but they've moved the ball well and kind of seized control early here.
In the first 3 minutes, they've been in control of the ball and the possession. Just the opposite of the first half, where Champlin Park was doing that. Rebels now come out.
Pass broken up there by Kondo, but the Rebels do get it right back. And now looking ahead to Hannes. Drops it back. Owell's pass, though, broken up. Sasso controlling. Got the ball through there nicely. Here comes Cabor, pushes it out to the left, the shot, and Kamara comes out to meet it in point-blank range. Hannes hit him with the ball. Now another chance. Here's a shot, and they score. Champlin Park gets on the board, and it's 2-1. The first attack was kind of thwarted, but then the second one is Ahmad Awel able to find the net from pretty long distance here. The pass dropped back. See, keeps it low and just hits the far corner. So Champlin Park getting a much needed goal right there.
Boy, they needed that. It was just the opposite of the first half, where this time we had Park Center control in the play, and then all of a sudden, long, hard shot from outside that was skimming across the surface, went right underneath the keeper.
Well, and you got a good look, good example there of placement is more important maybe than putting the 100-mile-an-hour shot there, because he put that one down low. And we talked a little bit about how, Kamara is a tall keeper, so, picking those corners above him isn't that easy, but then on the flip side, generally that means you're going to have a little harder time with those low shots. And maybe that might be something for the Rebels to remember for later, too. So we're back to a one-goal game now as Champlin Park getting one early here in the second half.
It kind of goes to what I've heard a lot of coaches at all levels. Sometimes the worst thing that you have is a 2-0 lead at halftime.
You maybe start to feel a little too comfortable, and that's an awful long time to, you know, to try and protect the lead or whatever. And not to say that Park Center was doing that. I mean, obviously we're so early in the half, but
still, you can get a little bit complacent.
Macklin, almost created a breakaway chance for himself by blocking that pass. Macklin, I think he's deceptively fast too. He's a glider. He doesn't, you know, pump the arms a lot when he's running, but he moves well. Corner kick here for Park Center. Well, obviously, when you're in a game with you know, a couple relatively evenly matched teams too, these type of plays, the corners, the free kicks, I mean,
plays,
yeah, they can really become what decide games. And obviously, we had Park Center getting one goal off a corner kick, and the second one, or the first one, was off a penalty kick, which is a little different altogether. But
right, yeah, but still set play. But you're right, the set plays, when it's this close of a match, are usually huge. With the throw-ins from the touch line all the way to the center, and that was a factor in that second goal for the Pirates.
Pirates able to force the turnover. Collins broke up the first pass, but the second one finds his mark as Peters steps on the brakes there, but then the back pass stolen away and the Rebels quickly counter. Cabor with a little room to work with as he comes up the middle of the field. Cabor sliding it over, and Kamara just barely wins the race as Caleb Hannes was right there. Great pass. I thought it was timed very well also, but Kamara just got to it.
I think he was keeping an eye on that forward because Cabor made a beautiful pass.
Lizotte spinning to control it here for Champlin Park. His pass, though, knocked down, and here come the Pirates back the other way. Macklin now turning on the speed up that left side. Four subs coming for Park Center here is Beberg and Williams and Swen and also Ja coming in for the Pirates.
Number 16, Christino Ja. And number 18, Eddie Sen.
Macklin taking this throw again, and no surprise there. The header will go up and over the top. Goal kick coming here for Champlin Park.
Boy, Menendez with a nice goal kick.
Play to head up the left side. Here comes Hannes for Champlin Park, chipping it to the front, and they just failed to connect. Still a possibility, though, to get the offense going again. Nice hustle there. They break it up. Nikpo knocked it out of play, though. A throw here for Champlin Park. And Nikpo jumps in front of that one and knocks it away. We'll get another throw for the Rebels. Azira Mobara will throw it in. Dropped off, and here's a long attempt and just batted over the top. Collins looking to go right under the crossbar. Kamara wasn't going to take any chances on trying to catch this one with two hands and possibly lose it, so batted it over. It looked like it maybe was going to hit the crossbar, but you obviously can't take that chance.
It's tough to make that decision when you're halfway up in the air. So you take the sure thing, and that's going to be giving up a corner.
Yeah, the last thing you'd ever want to do is, you know, pull that hand back and then have it go in the net, which it looked like it possibly was going to go high or at least hit the crossbar, but again, not a chance you could afford to take if you're the keeper there. And there's Kamara ranging over to his left to snare that one. And I think today's game, you know, has been a bit of a confidence booster for him. I don't think he's played, you know, at least for Park Center, a lot of soccer. And here's Peters tracking it down. Back over Nachlin, dropping it out front. It's tipped loose. Bieberg trying to get there. Now he'll drop the pass back. Jaw the shot, and that's off a chest of Dominguez, and it'll be a corner. Park Center showing an ability to generate some offense on that possession.
Yeah, they're creating some quality shots, and they're kind of rattling the Rebel defense at the moment.
See 3 subs in again for PC. Nikpo will take this corner kick here for Park Center. They get lined up. Hooking it to the front, it skips off a couple of players, and then a shot sailing way up and over. We'll get a goal kick here for Champlin Park.
Yeah, we'll see if Willie gives him an actual shot that time. He says. And Dominguez again sends one way down the field. Boy, he's got a leg. Pirates now are winning those 50-50s.
Knocked into the bench. Jason Barnhouse grabs it up there, the Park Center head coach, and it will be a throw for his team, the Pirates. Nachlin lifting it high in the air. Pirates looking to get an attack going here. Oh, a nice takeaway there as Lazat stepped up. I'm sorry, not Lazat, but McSweeney stepped up to take that one. Chip to the front, and that went off the crossbar. I think it was offside anyway. The flag went up. Gonna call it a corner kick and overrule. No offside call, looks like.
He's gonna go over and talk to him. And that's the referee's call. The assistant referee will raise the flag indicating an offside position. The referee will decide whether or not that offside position is a factor in the game and can pretty much call it or not call it. I think that's what the discussion is.
And again, I think their objection is to the questioning from the bench that they're getting.
So it'll be a corner kick.
They get that all squared away, and the Rebels will get a corner kick out of it here. They are trying to push for the tie. They are trailing at 2-1 here, and entertaining one as the Rebels and Pirates battle it out. Sent low along the near side. Love heads it back out. It'll be a throw-in for Champlin Park from nearly the same area there in the corner as Noah Azira-Mabara will take it again here for Champlin Park. It bounces loose. A lot of green there though, and Caleb Love able to bang it out toward midfield. Dominguez will chip it over. And then banged out of there, and Dominguez will track it down again here for Champlin Park. This time they'll play it on the ground. Uruel, who scored the only goal for the Rebels.
To Champlin Park trying to get back into their control, ball possession that they had in the first half.
Brendan Bieberg will chase it down here for Park Center. Bieberg cutting it to the middle, slipped as he shot. And then Collins racing out and wins that one. We get a whistle foul against Park Center, it looked like there. So Dominguez is getting a workout here with goal kicks and free kicks in the second half, and he will put his right foot into it again here for Champlin Park. And Love just had to play that one out, didn't want to take any chances, and it's a throw here for Champlin Park. Sasso trying to get free to get a pass away. Bump down, and we will get another throw here coming for the Rebels as Lowe retrieves it and will trigger it in. Battle for it here. Rebels get to it. Play to the outside now. Lazat. Lazat crossing it. Fight for the loose ball, and Park Center ultimately wins it. Not for long though. Cabor does a nice job. The takeaway.
Yeah, that was more of a pickpocket than a takeaway.
And they got a little bunched up there. The throw will be the Rebels, but and then they turn it over as unable to control it with Sasso, and now 4 changes again here for PC.
Number 16, Christino John. Number 18, Eddie Flynn. Number 19, Siku.
And again, Park Center with a wholesale substitution, getting fresh players in there, and also giving Coach Barnhouse an opportunity to see some more players.
Yeah, we talked with some coaches about that. You know, obviously you have a tryout process and things, but in reality, some of the early games are a little bit of a continuation of trying out. You see, you know, get to see guys in game competition, and it's hard,
yes,
especially when there are players that are new to your school that you really don't have much of a feel for, you know, what they can do on the field. And I think all the coaches would admit we do our best to pick the team right away, but you know, there's still going to be some movement maybe between JV and varsity, because you know, you see guys, you know, a little bit longer look at them and get to see what they can do.
Yep, absolutely. So we got a equipment issue.
It looks like they're telling Isaiah Johnson that he's got to check out. I don't know if it's equipment or blood or, but got to pop on out of there. Daniel Salado Herrera will come in.
Yeah, I think he got a cut. Yeah, there you can see it right below the knee.
Number 23, Daniel Salado Herrera.
Nice ball to the left side here. Champlin Park trying to generate offense out of it. We'll get a corner kick as Salado Herrera had to chase that one down and knocked it out. It'll be the Rebels getting an opportunity here with the corner. Kevin Arthur reporting back onto the field here for Champlin Park. So Cabor, the left foot, will put it in play on the corner. Out to the front. Collins with the header. Oh,
nice play.
And the defender able to make a save. It'll be a corner on the other side. Boy, they got exactly what they wanted here. Collins getting up nicely for the header. And that ball maybe was going to go wide anyway, but it was awful close.
That was a great set play. That's what you were saying earlier. These set plays in this kind of game can just loom huge in the
great example though, of why you put a defender right there on the post like that too, because here's a chance. It bounces around in front. Still dangerous. A shot blocked by a Pirate. And they won't get another crack at it, at least initially. Now Dominguez gaining control. Nice ball ahead, and then another one up to Cabor. Cabor has quite a bit of space. Plays it to the middle. Chip back for Cabor with the header and a goal.
Oh, is that pretty?
No goal. Offside.
Oh, no. How
that
frustrating.
That one was almost too nice to have taken away, wasn't it?
Look at this.
The flag went up, and it was out of my viewpoint. I couldn't see it there, but what a perfect setup.
A pass, nice pass, return pass. Look at this return pass. It's just beautiful, yeah. Yeah, now he's offside. Yeah, Gabor was offside. But what a nice play.
Boy, and at first I was thinking maybe, overpassing that last pass was, he was so close in already and then got perfect to Cabor, but just doesn't count. So Rebels had a good setup. Now Park Center trying to counter. Blast there from Williams was knocked down. They get it back again. Just too many bodies around. Champlin Park countering quickly. And that pass up the line a little too far. Another look. We'll get. They were okay initially, but watch Cabor then.
Yeah, now he's offside. He was swinging around the outside, and he was offside on the return pass. Says the referee. Type. The Esco gets another good call. And Johnson's back.
At least one of the defenders, I believe it was Love, he recognized it right away and felt it was offside too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I always see when you're the team defending, you're hoping that's the call they make. But he recognized that it was going to be called too. So we stay at 2-1 here, but adds a little excitement to things even more.
Certainly does. Gives a little confidence to the Rebels that they can get those set plays going. That was a nice setup.
Low triggers it in. Little battle for it there. Pirates drag it out of there, but then Collins controls for Champlin Park. Nice tap ahead there by McSweeney, and out of the middle, and getting over there is Love to hammer that one into the Rebels bench.
And that was good timing because he was going to send a rocket at the goal.
He was decisive too. You know, you realized that I got to just get it out of here no matter what.
Yes.
And we had a ball that bounced back onto the field after it was cleared, so that's the reason for the quick stop there. And then the throw here for Noah Azira Mubara. Looks down the line with it. Who did this one hit? It looks like it hit the defender, so another throw here for the Rebels. Azira Mubara getting set to bring this one back into play here for Champlin Park. They trail it 2-1. Here's a chance, and Collins got underneath that one and skies it way up and over the top. He had a great opportunity on a header not too long ago off a corner kick, or perhaps it was a throw, I forget which, but that was a near miss for Champlin Park. I was thinking about this a little bit earlier. If you're the Rebels, yes, it's frustrating if you have a lot of near misses, but I think it feels a lot worse if you just don't generate anything at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the biggest things coaches tell you on their play is that you can't finish. But if you're moving the ball well and you're attacking, you're setting up some good quality shots. You're right. That's very important because that plays into effect down to the next game when you can continue working on that and eventually make it pay off for you.
Dominguez blocking that one, it'll result in a corner kick. It was a pretty soft shot, and I think, you know, all things considered, they might have preferred to just let Marshall scoop that one out, but that's got to be Marshall who lets him know that.
Exactly. That's what you were saying earlier about the communication between the keeper and the defenders.
So a corner kick here. Chief Williams lining it up here for Park Center. Goes low on the near side, and it will be a goal kick. Last touch by a Pirate, so a goal kick for Champlin Park. We've passed the halfway point here of the second half. Still 2-1 Park Center. It was 2-0 Pirates at halftime. The only goal of the second half coming for Ahmed Awel for Champlin Park. Both teams have certainly had their chances. Could be more than 2-1 for sure, but here's Nacklin. And that one well read and intercepted. They keep fighting and it stays in.
Yep. Assistant referee says that did not go over the touchline.
Yeah, and it looked like it. That's correct call there, and I look from up here anyway.
Yeah, it was teetering, but not quite. Boy, Park Center has been very aggressive in the second half.
Sent toward the far post there by Nyanka, and Marshall able to get out and smother it for the Rebels. Overrun by the defenders, and that might allow a little bit of an opportunity here as Faso coming up that left side, drops it back. Cabor chipping it to the front, but nobody quite there, and Kamara will come out to get it here for Park Center. Battle for it up the sideline there as Azira Mubara couldn't quite keep that one in play as he was being bothered by Nacklin.
Throw-in for the Pirates. Francis Nico with the throw.
Nikpo taking the throw here for PC. Drop back here to Collins.
Ooh, there's a big collision as Collins went down.
Now it comes free. Here's a chance, and sailed over the net by Fadi Sasso. And
so that may be the case what we were talking about earlier between artificial and natural turf is you can get underneath that ball way too easy.
Which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing.
Yes, yes. I don't know how many times I've seen players at all levels get within 15 yards and take a shot and just sky it right over the way over the top of the net. Even more so at the international level.
Rebels quickly win that ball back.
Nope, let it go outside.
A little too far around that touchline, so we get a throw here for Park Center. You can kind of see Park Center right now, you know, they like to play at a high tempo, but you know when you're the team with the lead that you don't, you know, really want to be in a hurry to take throw-ins and stuff, so you can kind of see they're starting to be cognizant of that a little bit. Knocked away and out of play. We will get another throw for Champlin Park as scrapping there was Eddie Swen. And Cabor takes it away, and now he gets the return pass. Cabor cutting it to the middle. He fires and he scores.
Wow.
He's had some chances. He's generated them, and that time he buries it, and we're even at 2.
You know, when you watch him play this whole game, the way he moves the ball, the way he gets around the defenders, the way he passes, it's just a matter of time before he finds a little opening and puts it right up where the keeper has no chance of getting to it. And I didn't see who got the assist on that.
So the Rebels have battled back to tie it up.
Yeah, they have clawed, scratched, kicked, and dragged, but they're back. Now it's a whole new game for the last 14 minutes.
Hannah's getting the assist there on that last goal, so we'll see how. And we talked about it earlier, even when they were behind, that Champlin Park had done a lot of good things. They were generating offense, and you didn't necessarily feel that it was panic time for them.
Right, and that's what we're talking also about getting your just reward if you play the game at your style and at your control.
Ball in the air here in a battle, and that's what you like to see out of kids too, is when they have some near misses, they have some balls saved by the keeper or some that are just wide or offside. You want to see kids who say, I'm going to work extra hard and get the next one rather than hang their head and kind of pack it in. And that's obviously not what happened here tonight, and that's a good sign for the Rebels. High cross here.
Way across the field.
Collins and Sasso nearly ran into each other. They both kind of pulled back. See some confidence for Champlin Park right now. I think they think they're going to get another one.
Yeah, the adrenaline's going now down, is flowing freely for the Rebels. Let's see, what were we saying about being ahead 2-0? It's just a coincidence, but it just seems that way so many times.
And we will get a throw now for Park Center. I kind of like that. You have the feeling that both teams are going to try and be aggressive and score here, not say like, well, we're excited to have tied it and that's all we need to do.
Right. Yeah, they're looking for the next one. They got the equalizer, now let's go for the winner.
Yeah, and obviously, maybe when you get to playoff time or something, things are a little bit different in that regard. When you know it's kind of do or die and season could end, you maybe are a little more cautious in that regard. But they're going to go for it here. Dropped across to Azira Mubarak for Champlin Park. He will serve one to the front. Love got his head on that one. Now played opportunity here, but that shot will go way wide of the mark from Aghari Bor there for Champlin Park. We get a goal kick here for Park Center. Header there from McSweeney, but out of play. We will get a throw for Park Center. Salado Herrera will take this throw. Another throw coming for Park Center. And one more time up the sideline we go. And interesting that they haven't yet painted the yard markers of the football on this field yet. You're kind of looking to get a basis of where they're at, and no numbers whatsoever out there. Macklin will take this throw for Park Center, and he has proven tonight how dangerous he is on throw-ins. One of them led to a goal, and at least one other was a pretty near miss. And it's going to be a corner kick as Collins got up, but heads it out of play. So a corner now for Park Center as Francis Nikpo makes his way down toward that corner.
Let's see if they bring this ball just a little bit further out. They've been taking these corners in right into the heart of the goal area. Be left-footed.
Telling him you gotta
be inside the circle. There you go. Did he stand over there? It's AR2 for this match.
To the front, the header is off the crossbar. Great chance there for the Pirates as, well, you gotta nearly put them back in front. He got up, they got what they wanted there, but just inches from being a goal.
Nice high kick, further out in the goal area than they were before. Wow, that was a golden opportunity. Look at this. Oh, and if it would have been a couple of inches lower, it would have ricocheted into the net.
Might have been Isaiah Johnson getting a piece of that one on the second look there, but either way, it was a great opportunity for the Pirates and just about went in. Obviously, at that point, if you're Marshall, you're looking up and saying, I hope it doesn't go in here because there's no way he's going to get to it anymore by that time.
That's beyond the point of saving. And right now, we're just playing back and forth.
So Champlin Park's had their share of near misses, and there's one for Park Center that almost went in. So we stay tied 2-2. call here against the Rebels. It will be free kick for Park Center. And it's going to be the keeper, Kamara, coming way out here to take it.
Yeah, might as well use his leg. He can drive it really deep. Rebels content with a single defender and 2 mids. Wow, look at this. A
lot of foot into this one. And a collision out front, and the call's going to go against Park Center, even though Oyagade is one ends up holding his head there. And they're going to stop the clock as, well, actually both guys are injured. Ooh, I think it's Collins for Champlin Park.
Yeah,
and Oyagade, yeah. I think they just hit heads here. Watch them both go for the ball. Right here, and
yeah,
the head and top of the head into the front of the face or jaw there, and ow.
Collins says he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's his forehead that took the brunt of it, maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out. You know, they may want to bring him over to the bench and just make sure there's no concussion to worry about. I don't know if they hit that hard or not, but it was.
Looked like it probably didn't feel the greatest.
Oh no,
right
it didn't.
There.
Ouch! That definitely hurt. So he's walking off the field under his own power. They'll give him a quick check over on the sideline and try and get him back in. They need Collins back there because he's been the guy who's thwarted so many of those shots.
Yeah, and really one of their most experienced returning players and everything too. So,
yep.
Let's hope both guys are going to be all right here. It looks like they probably will, but still a little bit of a scary spot there, and we get back into play.
And we'll keep an eye on the sideline to see when Collins can come back in again. A lot of back and forth.
Tried to play to the outside, but Salado Herrera broke it up for Park Center. Ricochets around a little bit. Rebels now get it back. Playing out to the left is Sasso, and then knocked away from him. It will be a corner kick coming for Champlin Park.
Their 4th corner of the second half, matching the Pirates' 4 corners.
Cabor making his way out there to take this corner here. They got a good one earlier, although it was Collins who is now out with that injury, who got a header that nearly went in for the Rebels. So Cabor low there. Love getting to it first. And the Pirates turn and play it out. I'm not sure they really needed to do that, but didn't want to take any chances, so we get a throw for Champlin Park. Sophomore Jacob Marsolik in there taking that throw, and then Love unable to keep it on the field. We will get another throw coming up for Champlin Park.
Tried to bring the ball back and almost lost it twice.
Nacklin putting the pressure on there for Park Center. And now it does come to Justin, but taken right back though, and a nice play by Awell.
Yeah, you see what Park Center's done differently in the second half is they're attacking these passes. In the first half, Champlin Park had a free reign of nailing those lanes, but Park Center's now cutting those off and marking up on the guy making the pass.
Throw in here for Park Center. And we will get another one a little further up the line there as Salado Herrera will take it again. And once again knocked out of play as they just keep on advancing it up that sideline. Now it is into Nacklin territory though.
You got it.
You will take the throw here for Park Center. Long throw again. Cabor heads it out. It's going to be a corner kick here for Park Center.
And again, that long, deep throw-in sets up that corner kick. We keep saying these set plays become more and more important now as the time is running out.
Nikpo put a great ball out last time. That hit was headed off the crossbar. So he'll try and put another nice ball to the front.
And he does.
Bounces around a little bit, and the Rebels unable to clear entirely here. Ball not hit very well there, and now flicked ahead. And lofted to the front. Acklin waiting on that bounce, trying to control it with the header there. Peters runs to get it. And now Peters will step through. And that one broken up.
And still battling for it.
Hammered ahead, and here is Hannes with it for Champlin Park on the move. Waiting for help. Pushes it to the outside. And chip to the middle, and Kamara just scooped it off the foot of Hannes.
Well, he got down there at the last split second to save that one. Boy, I tell you, both teams have some highly skilled players, and it's really showing in this match.
Dominguez pass broken up there by the Pirates' Nikpo. Another look at this. Watch as the cross comes. Kamara literally grabs it off the foot of Hannes, who was ready to just redirect that one in.
He was already swinging his foot, getting ready to take that shot. Rebels again, trying to put some pressure on.
Cabor's pass broken up. You know, the other thing you can see, Sig, now is I think the guys realize it's kind of crunch time and they're not holding back anything in terms of pacing themselves.
Right.
They're going all out hard. They know it's, you know, nearing the end of regulation.
Yeah, there's a little bit of extra adrenaline out there right now.
Opportunity briefly, knocked away by Love. Hannes is shaken up. Cabor gets to it, trying to tee it up, and that one was blocked. Back over to McSweeney. They attack again. That pass deflected. It's going to be a corner kick here for Champlin Park.
Yep, should be a corner.
As we tick down toward 2 minutes to go, and the Rebels and Pirates tied up at 2, but Champlin Park will get a corner out of it. Looks like Noah Azira-Mabara will take this corner here for Champlin Park. They trailed 2-0 at halftime. They have the only 2 goals of the second half, and they would love to make it the only 3.
Absolutely. And this is a golden opportunity for them.
Going to come short with it. Back to low, but they didn't quite connect.
They missed on that pass. And
now it might lead to a counter-attack the other way. Takuma controlling it here for Park Center. Dishing it out to Nacklin on the left. Pass faked. Takuma getting a shot, and it rolls just wide. A goal kick coming here for Champlin Park. He felt he was tripped.
Here's a good sign. Number 7 coming back. That's Oigati.
Yeah, he was involved in that collision with Collins earlier, so we have gone under a minute to play in regulation. Still tied up at 2 apiece. Dominguez driving it forward on that goal kick. See if there'll be any more chances here, or if we're just going to head to OT as Hannes trying to get that pass away, and now we'll switch fields here, looking back for Lowe, but Nacklin gets to it first, and Nacklin is grabbed, and that's going to be a card.
Referee did the right thing, saw that he grabbed him by the jersey and stopped the clock immediately. And issues the yellow.
So a well will be whistled for the yellow card there. Yeah, not much doubt about that one.
Yellow card violation issued to number 10, junior.
So Kamara is going to come way into the Rebels end of the field to take this free kick, and not hard to see why, based on.
Like you can send everybody down there. I don't know why they have any player up at all. You only got 4 seconds.
Chipping it high to the front. It's going to go just a little bit too far, though, and over the top. And we reach the end of regulation time here as Park Center led 2-0 at halftime. Champlin Park comes back with the only 2 goals of half 2. We head to overtime here on CCX Sports. The Pirates and the Rebels knotted up at 2 apiece. Plenty of action in this boys game here in the Champlin Park Center doubleheader. The girls game to follow. John Jacobson has made his way up here into the press box as we go to overtime. 2-2 is an eventful game, Sig. Boy, you think back of all the big plays, obviously the goals, but there were a lot of great saves, some near misses, ball hitting the crossbar, a goal wiped out by an offside call.
Right.
It's been an exciting one, and I think in a lot of ways, you know, tie or going to overtime is probably a just result based on what these guys have done all night.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth, both teams having their opportunities and some terrific defensive plays also. And some bad luck, some good luck.
Park Center has it to begin our first overtime session here. Rebels quickly get control though and sent up the field by Sasso. Love gets there and he pounds it out of play. Throw Champlin Park. Park Center not a stranger to this situation. Both their first 2 games have ended in ties, so they are getting, I guess you could say, some extra game time to get, you know, anyway, but if you want to look at the bright side of it.
Yeah, and the downside is going for a tie again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they want to break that, want to snap that streak. Trip called. It would be.
And the other thing I think that, you know, that makes this game a little more important is that it's a conference game as well for Park Center. The first 2 were not,
right.
So it doesn't. You know.
Yeah, this one counts more.
Yeah.
As you were saying in the pregame, it's in this conference. It's so critical to get any points that you can.
Dominguez driving it here and headed to the outside. It is going to be a corner kick for Champlin Park. Have to wonder a little bit about the keeper looking into the sun in this direction too. I don't think it can be all that much fun to be having to look in that way.
Yeah, this is advantage, big advantage for Champlin Park with the sun behind them. There's ball headed out by the defense.
Isaiah Johnson, first one there, and got to it for Park Center. And just cleared away. And boy, Nacklin, he had some energy. He was ready to take that ball with speed back the other way, but they just got a piece of it. Out of play again. Another throw in for Park Center. Maybe rushed that one a little bit, trying to get it to Peters. However, it will be another throw for PC as they tried to catch Champlin Park, you know, unaware, not ready. But so Nacklin will take the throw, and it's even worse looking into the sun for this end keeper. It looks like Marshall is doing his best to shield his eyes.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly looking into that sun.
Nacklin will bring it to the front, but Marshall able to track it. The sun didn't seem to bother him, and it didn't look like maybe his hair got in his eyes there either. And
well, I think that that move was more impressive than you think. From, as you were saying, looking into the sun and come up with a big play.
They drop it back now for Sasso. Chipping with the left foot. Kamara coming out to get it. And wow, that one was nearly a connection with the oncoming forward there. Would have been interesting to see where the ball went because they were so close together.
That's about 5 or 6 of those we've seen in this match where the balls come in and the keeper has been able to snatch it right off the foot of the opposition.
Nainka playing it to the outside. Peters trying to get a step to get a cross away, and he does. Ball comes loose in front. Acklin trying to turn and shoot. Follow-up try, no good. And then another opportunity there as Oyagade lined it up, but the Rebels able to get the block, didn't panic, and now they come back the other way. And here's Fidel Cabor, who's been extremely dangerous all night and scored the tying goal for the Rebels. He's looking for the return pass, gets it, fires, and Kamara the save. The ball's still loose, and Kamara with another huge save as he stops Sasso. Wow. Kamara started the game with a huge save, and he comes up with a couple of beauties here. Oof, boy, that second one was going to be in too.
That was quite the play.
Rebels coming on again as we near the end of the first overtime session here. You'd switch ends and play 5 more, and then it could end in a tie, obviously regular season, no shootout. Here comes Peters racing hard up the left side. Dominguez staying right with him. It is going to be a corner kick. However, the Pirates are not going to have a whole lot of time to get it accomplished.
Here's Dominguez, number 17. Boy, he's had a great game.
Nikpo as a defender having to run all the way up there to get it. So they'll have time to get the corner away, but not much more. It'll be kind of a one last opportunity type thing here as Nikpo lines it up with the left foot. Puts it into the scrum there, and it's going to bounce away, and the Rebels will come up with it. And so we will go to overtime number 2, and a little contact at the end there as teams get a little breather, and then we'll change ends of the field and jump right into our second overtime. Boy, Kamara, good person to be showing right there, because this game they could be behind after he's made a couple big saves.
Yeah, he's keeping his team in the match.
Now back in the game for the Pirates, number 3, Brendan Bieber.
The girls' team's having to wait a little bit to get their contest underway as the boys goes OT. Rebels with it, and we are underway here in this second overtime. A little bit of a mishit there, but Johnson then gets to it and clears it out. It's a throw for Champlin Park, so they kind of get that first important possession going. Oops. We had a sub coming in, and it's going to be Collins.
Collins back in, yeah.
He was involved in that collision, head-to-head collision on a ball in the air late in regulation, and then both guys have been able to make it back into the game, which is very good to see. Oyagade for Park Center came in a little bit earlier, and then Collins, who seemed to get the worst of it. He got hit in the forehead by the top of Oyagade's head, the way it looked. And the trainer really, gave him a thorough look, testing and to make sure that it was all right. Obviously, concussion's a big concern now in all sports. Here's Collins with the header, and he'll win it. How do you like that? Just coming back into the game after being injured, and Drew Collins, one of the captains for the Rebels, is able to put them ahead. Oh my.
How's that for timing? Just comes into the game. Rebels doing a great job of setting the ball up. And here comes a pass right here.
Cabor with a beautiful cross, and Collins lunging gets to it. So the two captains combining for the goal there for Champlin Park. Oh, that was sweet. I was wondering if he might go, well, first you're going to congratulate Cabor, hopefully, but I wondered if he might go thank the trainer for letting him back in, too.
Exactly.
So a 3-2 lead for the Rebels. Pirates, though, still have some time.
Right, just under 4 minutes, and they've been able to mount good attacks also.
Oh, there's a swing and a miss that might allow them a little opportunity. Peters. And it's knocked away. It'll be a corner kick here. We talked earlier about how you don't want to just sit on a lead. I think it's fair to say at this point in overtime, it is okay to just sit on a lead if you're Champlin Park. I mean, you want to give the ball away, but...
Yeah, what you want to do now is gain possession of the ball and move it downfield so the Park Center can't get any offense going. But right now they're looking down the throat of a corner kick into the sun.
Nikpo putting his foot to it. High header here. Rebels got to it first. They'll head it to the outside. Nikpo a chance to volley it out front. Almost like another corner kick. It comes loose. And there's a goal. They tie it up. No goal.
Offside. Offside.
Oh my. Champlin Park lost one to an offside earlier, and now it's Park Center's turn. Another look.
He was parked there. He was offside. Good call. And now the attention's drawn to the keeper.
Yeah, Park Center complaining that the clock continued to run there. So the Pirates lose a potential goal to an offside like the Rebels had in regulation. We stay at 3-2 Champlin Park. And they'll send it out front. Kamara racing out to get it.
We keep an eye on Marshall. He was down for a little bit, but he's back up and attentive. Under 2 minutes.
Nice header there as the Rebels try and clear it out.
And the first B squash for the season.
So a throw in here for Champlin Park as Dominguez will take. You can see Jason Barnhouse is frustrated that they're, a little time taken. I mean, it is frustrating, but it's part of the game too. Get a foul call here going against the Pirates, which is not going to help their cause.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do now is turn the ball over to the team that's ahead. And they're going to take their sweet time getting this going.
Dominguez will take it.
Center referee indicating to get the ball back into play. Just under a minute to go.
Had a little bit of everything in this one. Here is Cabor turning and firing, and he scores. It slipped through Kamara's fingers, and Cabor, I think it's safe to say that one should probably do it as they make it 4-2.
I think that's a safe bet. I was going to say all they need to do is maintain some pressure on the ball, but this one goes right off the fingertips of, right through the hands. Oh my goodness. Right through the mitts.
Boy,
you see it again.
As well as Kamara has played tonight, that one was one that he'd like to have back.
Wow.
Cabor, give him credit. I'm not so sure he didn't maybe surprise the keeper a little bit by taking that shot too. I think you're thinking, well, they're going to try and use time. He's, maybe going to cross the ball, and all of a sudden he's lobbing one over your head. So give credit to the shooter, but also probably one that Kamara would like to have back. So 4-2 lead here for Champlin Park. Just when you think you'd seen everything tonight, they get a second overtime goal.
It's everything you wanted and more. That's unusual. I don't remember the last time we've seen 2 goals scored in overtime.
Cabor will send it forward, and we are going to tick to the end of this one. Champlin Park coming up with a 4-2 overtime win. They were down 2-0 at halftime, but didn't hang their heads, and they fight back and tie it in regulation. Then they get 2 goals in overtime. Both teams losing a potential goal to an offside, one in regulation and one in overtime. So the Rebels get their first win of the year. They improved to 1-1. Pirates drop to 0-1-2 with this first loss of the season coming in overtime. Best of luck to both teams throughout the rest of the season as well, and a reminder to watch for the girls game on CCX Sports as well between Champlin Park and Park Center. Once again, your final score in this one: Champlin Park 4, Park Center 2 in overtime. So long from Champlin Park.